Alright, how do you write a work order in Framing POS? First thing you do is you're going to go to new work order. As soon as you log in, you're going to see all the incomplete list of all the work orders, and then you're going to come in here, click on new work order, and let's pick a customer, or you can add a customer. Okay, let's pick Tony Stark here, diploma 8 by 10. You can put any number you want. Let's put I don't know, Omega 8002. And if there's only one choice, you would put that. There's no prefix suffixes needed. And you can put a mat number here if you want. Let's choose something very basic, 9502. You don't need any prefix or suffixes again here. Now, if you want to stack your frame or your mats, let's say 9449. This would add it for you here, and you can see visually on this section here, tells you which one goes first, which one goes second. You can add a second mat if you want. Let's put that 95. Here, 9886. Put that in there, and then that's going to add it here, and visually it will show you where everything gets added. Glass, you can come here. You can choose your glass. And then we have here where we have odds and ends. You can add whatever you want. Now this could be reduced, or you can add your own. We have a bunch of suggested for you, about 140 different odds and ends that you can add here. And then say strap hangers, and if you want to do 2 of those, and maybe you can add zip clips, Z clips, add 2 of those. These are all at $1 because they don't have anything there, but you can add anything you want. Then you have the print lab. If you shop prints, you can add prints here. You can do scanning, printing, digital work, printing on canvas. You can price by piece. You can price by square inch, and so on here. Okay. You can add your lasering engraving stuff in here too. When you're done, you're going to come in here, and you're going to see all your totals. You can see all the calculations, how the calculations were made if you wanted to. And then you're going to come in here, make any other adjustments, pricing, taxes down to whatnot. And then priority has 3 options, status has 3 options. And then you choose your due date, and you can hit save. You can also add it to an invoice. So let's say add this to an invoice. Let's create an invoice. There you go. So that's your invoice here. And then you can add miscellaneous if you want to say delivery, $15, and save it. Then you can come in here, and then you can take your payment, whatever payment you accept. We have direct integration with Square Invoice and Square Terminal. So if you the terminal, you're going to put in the amount, and then this becomes blue, and then it gets sent to the Square Terminal with a credit card, where the customer can click on, can swipe the card and pay. Or if you want to send the Square Invoice, where you would create a link here, you would fill in the amount, and then this would send them an invoice and all that stuff. From invoice pages and from work order pages, you can send a text message here. You have to have a proper number, obviously, but you send a text message from here, and this is a 2-way text messaging to the customer. And there are other options here in the invoice page you can see, which are very useful. If you go to the text messaging, once you send a message, if you open the text messaging page, you'll see that here. And you can carry a conversation on with any customer, direct text messaging via our service, our software. This is all included. You don't have to pay anything extra, and you do not have to have any special phones or special phone numbers. This is all built in the system, and you communicate with your customers directly from there. How do you, our purchase order system is, let me do the visualization here. I did a test one here at the show. So first thing you do is you're going to come in here and you can add a picture. So right now I have a bunch of pictures, different customers and so on. So you're going to select which is your primary, and I selected this guy here. And I have 2 Roma frames, some weird color mats so you can see the difference. Then you're going to go to the top right here, click on visualization, and generate preview. It's going to take about 2 to 3 seconds, and it's going to calculate whatever it needs to calculate, and then it's going to give you back the image. There you go. So this is the image. If you can open it up here, it's nice. It shows 2 mats, 3 mats, 2 mats. So let's say you want to remove one of the mats. Let's remove this guy here. It's going to be locked. You got to unlock it first. Then we're going to come back here and remove the green mat, maybe. Also remove the second Roma frame. Go back up here, click on visualization. Oh, there you go. So you can see that. Now, how does our purchase ordering system works? If you go to purchase ordering system, you click on the purchase order tab, and you can see it in a compact or in a non-compact or expanded view. And the first thing you do when you come in here, we give you all the companies set up, and generally you can choose which distributors to buy from. For example, Nordic Axon, you can buy from them, or you can buy it from a different vendor. So you can set up Nordic Axon distributor, maybe it'll be international, maybe it'll be somebody else, or itself. TrueView, the same thing. You can set up Decor, Omega, CMI, whoever you want, Larson, as their distributor, and we'll show you how to do that over here. So you go to, oh, not here, sorry. This is where you can enable, disable your customers, your vendors, if you're not dealing with a lot of vendors. But you go to Product, Mouldings, and in here, under Vendor, you can choose who is the distributor for your company. So AMCI Lola, AMCI Regions, all are AMCI Regions. Let's go, for example, for Nordic Axon. Actually, that's a good example. So we're going to go to Nordic Axon, and we're going to say, okay, I want to buy my Nordic Axon from International. So once we save that, any new purchase orders set up for Nordic Axon are going to be ordered from International Moulding for you. Let's go back to the purchase order system. Let's say here, oh, we just took a put an order for some mats. So this would be all the mats. That's so we decided Decor is going to be our distributor for all the mats. And then you can make changes as you want if you click on it here. And this is all automatic. So this items will be added to a distributor list only if the work order is incomplete. So if you go back to the work order that we just made an example work order for Stark Industries, you're going to notice a few things. If you come in here, you're going to see all the mats, you're going to see the frames, and if you look here, this hasn't been added to the purchase order. This will get added to the purchase order, and you're going to see a little check mark here. This Omega has been added to the purchase order. If you click on it here, this tells me that frame that I added, 8002, and then this is synced. So if I change the mat size, oh, sorry, was this one here? So if you can change the unit, how you gotta purchase it. But if I went back here, and I change the size, let's do unlock. Let's change that to 12 inches by 16 inches. Right, so, and then we're going to save, update that. Okay, so now the size on that is 16 by 20, and if I went here, now the size gets updated. This only shows if the if the item is, if the work order is incomplete. So if I go back here, and I change it to a quote, update, then I'm going to go back to the same purchase order, and remember we just made this work order incomplete, right? We made a quote, so if I do refresh, it'll be gone. So as soon as the quantity, as soon as the status changes from incomplete to anything else, we remove it from the purchase order. You don't have to purchase it. One thing is you cannot remove if the purchase order is locked. So if it's open, if it's closed. If it's open, you can keep adding and removing from it. However, once it's closed and saved, you cannot add or remove from it or to it, because that means you already sent it, emailed it, or printed it, and sent it to your supplier, so it's not going to be shown over there.